Hello, this is Asa Leveaux, also known as the EntreQUEERneur Coach. Also who I am, and also a 17-year military veteran, recipient of the Bronze Star, and an Amazon best-selling author. What I do for people, is I train entrepreneurs how to create their very first $10,000. A lot of times, these entrepreneurs are wanting to transition from being in a corporate setting, having a job, and having a freedom that they really think is possible, but they're not quite sure how to make that possible. They really don't know how to make that thing happen. Now, why I do that is because I remember being 22, 23, 25 years old, 35 now. I remember being those ages, and hey Cindy, thank you for coming on. I really remember being that age and being frustrated at everybody except me, because my cash register wasn't ringing. I didn't know who to talk to. I was just sitting there waiting on sales to happen, not doing anything. So that's why I do that, and how I do that is through a program called the 10K Society. So the 10K Society is how I help entrepreneurs create their first $10,000. So as you're coming on, please let me know where you're coming in from. I definitely care to know. And then if this is helping you at all, feel free to make your timeline more positive by pushing this to your timeline, so then people come to your timeline, they're like, oh, more positivity. So feel free to push this out. Now, I'm gonna give you 3 steps to helping your Facebook Live. So some of you guys are really scared. I get it. You're really, really scared to go Facebook Live, and you're like, Asa, my stomach's hurting just watching you talk about this. And I get it. I understand what you're going through. I've been there. But I had to get through that. All right, so the very first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna know what the hell we wanna talk about before we come on. We're not just gonna go live just to be going live. So we're actually gonna have an actual reason why we're going live, okay? That's number 1. Actually know. Hey, Stephanie from Durham, North Carolina. Actually know what we're going to talk about before we press the live button. I said before we press the live button. Number 2, we are going to ensure that our cameras are positioned before we press live. Yeah, we are. So all of this shit, all that shit, no. We're gonna stop that right now. You've heard, when we know better, we do better. When we know better, we do better. For the people in the back, when we know better, we do better. We're gonna stop that shit. We're gonna stop that right now. So the very first thing, what was it? We're gonna ensure we know what we're talking about. Know what we're talking about before we get on. The second thing, we're gonna position our camera, we're gonna position our lighting. Hi Sabrina, thanks for coming on. We're gonna position our lighting, make sure everything is ready for when we go live. All right, we're gonna act like we've done this before, even if this is the very first time. The very first time we've done it. And the third thing that I know you may not have considered, we're going to repurpose it, okay? We're going to repurpose. What is repurposing? Repurposing is taking one thing for one platform and allowing it to be on another platform. So what can happen? I can write a blog post on my Facebook business page. So we're talking about a minimum of 5 paragraphs worth of content. We're gonna take that, and then we can create a free Medium account. So you go to medium.com, and you can write these notes in the comments if you want to take notes. Hey Cindy from OKC. OKC is here. I'm from Oklahoma City. So you can actually take that content that you wrote on Facebook page. You can then take that and put it on medium.com, which is a free blog. It allows you to write blogs and articles. But because Medium is just for that, so the SEO on a Medium blog or a Medium article is already going to do better than maybe being native to your personal website, okay? Hey, Charles Little, Elder Asa. Yeah, right. So, we got another OKC person in. So that's what you're going to do. You're going to repurpose the content. Now, when you're repurposing the content, a sub step of repurposing is ensuring that you understand how to position your camera. So if you're using a phone, right now my phone is long way, so it's horizontal. Hey Nicole from New Mexico. So my phone is horizontal, so it's long way, so it's turned to the side, okay? Now what that allows me to do is to take this and to put it on YouTube, okay? Now, if I turn it like this, if I do like this, I'm sideways right now, but if I do it like that, what's happening is I can now repurpose that video to Instagram stories, Facebook stories, okay? But it's gonna come out looking kind of funky on YouTube. It's gonna have the black on either side, that black blank space, and that's just not sexy. It's really not. So where am I getting a lot of this from? So someone had to teach me. Two teachers that I had was April Franks. April Franks was a teacher for me. So if you know her, tag her, shout her out. And then Trish Leto. Trish Leto is definitely somebody in the space. Now, let's say you guys are like, Asa, I want to do live. I understand I understand what live is about. Hey, Latoya Conway, thanks for coming on. I want to do live. I understand the benefit of doing live. I just don't feel safe. Well, I posted already. I posted the link to the Genius Cafe group. So that's the Facebook community that I created. You have every right, every ability to go into that space, start your Facebook Live in the group using hashtag Genius Practice, and go. Like, just go live. Let's say you're like, Asa, I have this perfectionism thing that I'm really doing my best to work through. And even though I'm working to work through it, I still got to get better before I feel comfortable going live on my own page. You go to the group. You go ahead and feel free to go live. Just make sure you post and say hashtag Genius Practice in the group. The link to the group is already here. It's www.geniuscafe.co. Hey, Ray. So the reason why I put an actual URL to my group, what that's called is called a vanity URL. A vanity URL is when you have something really long and cumbersome like facebook.com/groups/genius-cafe-1527v64 and you have something like this and you're like, yeah, go to my group, and like, I can't find your group, and then it's this long ass domain. I didn't like that. So what I do, I create something called a vanity URL, which makes it very clear and concise what that is. So now you know to just go to geniuscafe.co. See how easy was that? Yes, if you need help doing that, just ask in the group once you're there, and I can assist with that as well. So I hope this has been beneficial. If this has, remember, push this to your timeline so that people can see positivity on your timeline. Feel free, or you can, push people here. Whatever you do is totally okay. You have my permission. As always, I am Asa Leveaux. Dreams and blessings.